Ethics and genetic modification. This is an era of biotechnology, and number of ethical issues arises as the genetically modified organisms formed. So in order to go into the detail of ethical issues, first let's talk about the genetic modification. What is genetic modification? It is an alteration of genetic material, for example, in the field of agriculture, that is capable of producing new organisms or producing new functions. This is known as biotechnology, genetic engineering, recombinant DNA technology, or even gene splicing. Now, gene editing is one of the technique used in the field of genetic engineering, in which the DNA is inserted, replaced, and ultimately removed. One of the Chinese scientists said that we have genetically modified human embryo. They have tested 86 embryos. Actually, they used the technique of gene editing. So they injected 86 embryos, 71 survived, 54 were genetically tested, and 28 were spliced embryos. It means that 28 human embryos contain the gene of interest. Actually, what they do, they modify the gene which is involved in the disease known as beta thalassemia. I hope you people know that beta thalassemia is a fatal blood disorder. So they modify the gene and prevent the transmission of this gene into the offsprings. Now, transgenic is also a technique of biotechnology, and this technique is used to treat many diseases, for example anemia, by adding folic acid in the wheat, and even for the treatment of diarrhea in children. Similarly, transgenic plants were developed, such as potatoes with high protein content, rice with high vitamin A level. The best example of transgenic organism is a mule. It is produced by the mating of horses and donkeys. Similarly, this field plays a very important role in the field of vaccinology. For example, DNA of human tumor fragment is inserted into the tobacco plant. That helps to develop the vaccine against Hodgkin lymphoma. And the same method, that the DNA fragment is first cutted out, then inserted into the tobacco plant. The same procedure is used for the flu vaccine. Now, Favor Saver tomato is actually a genetically modified tomato. Now keep in mind that not only genetically modified plants contain the gene, but all plants contain normal genes for their functions. For example, in Favor Saver tomato, there is no alien gene. So which gene is modified? These are the natural genes which are present in the tomato. The genes specifically involved in the ripening of tomato. I hope you people are well aware of central dogma, in that consists of 3 steps. पहला स्टेप है रेप्लिकेशन का, दूसरा ट्रांसक्रिप्शन का, तीसरा ट्रांसलेशन का. रेप्लिकेशन में डीएनए मल्टीप्लाई होता है, ट्रांसक्रिप्शन में डीएनए आरएनए में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, और ट्रांसलेशन में आरएनए अल्टीमेटली प्रोटीन में कन्वर्ट हो जाती है. So the ultimate product of any gene is protein. So the protein which is responsible for ripening is actually suppressed in Favor Saver tomato. So once the gene is suppressed, is blocked, then what happens? We can increase the shelf life of the tomato. But this genetically modified tomato is not very popular among people. Now keep in mind that in USA 75% of the processed food contains the genetically modified ingredients. For example, crackers, breakfast cereals, cooking oil, and 80% of the soya bean and 40% corn is also genetically modified. So from this, number of ethical issue arises. First, these genetically modified organisms can interfere with the environment. Now the question arises that how they can interfere with the environment, how they can interfere with the natural system. First thing is that the genes which are inserted into the organism, they may enter into the wild species and can disturb the biodiversity. Similarly, the genetically modified organisms cannot tolerate the environmental stresses. So how insect and birds can survive when genetically modified plants are there. So this is also a potential risk to the human health. For example, allergies are occurred in number of human beings by eating these genetically modified food. So nowadays research is going on those crops that has the ability to produce pharmaceuticals. So crops are genetically modified in such a way that they can produce crops which are able to produce pharmaceuticals. Such crops are known as pharma crops. Now the other ethical issue is of socio-economic effects. Genetically modified टेक्नोलॉजी इज़ नॉट अ टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफ टुडे. पहले फार्मर्स डिसाइड करते थे कि उन्होंने कौन सा प्लांट को ग्रो कराना है और उनको हार्वेस्ट कराना है, कौन से प्लांट्स रेजिस्टेंट हैं पेस्ट के साथ, वेदर चेंजिंग के साथ, डिजीजेस के साथ. सो नाउ दिस technology which is known as traditional biotechnology is getting more advanced because of the molecular techniques in which genes can be inserted or deleted. Genes can be shuffled between the two organisms. So socio-economic effects occur at a small scale farmers. When then how can they proceed the basic research when major advances are take place in the field of biotechnology. Then the genetically modified organism, for example, frog, sheep like dolly, these entities have their own rights and protections, and these entities have to be protected ethically because so that their feelings cannot be disturbed. Similarly, there should not be unethical personal, social, cultural consequences. But if unethical consequences occur, then who will be responsible? इसी तरह नंबर ऑफ फंडामेंटल इश्यूज इन न्यू ऑर्गेनिजम्स के क्रिएट होने की वजह से बायोएथिक्स में आ जाते हैं.